You know, I was sitting there the other day and I spent about 3 days telling my wife and my kids we need to buy a horse. And they were looking at me like I was crazy. But yeah, this is Zed Run. It looks absolutely fantastic. So let's just come out of this for a second and let's get down to the nitty gritty of Zed Run itself. Okay, so if we go, you know, we'll take you first of all to their homepage. They've got a video of their race. So what are they? The future of digital racehorse ownership is here. Race your way to the top and build your legacy today. Okay, so they've got their race events. You can enter the race events. You can buy their horses on OpenSea, which is not too bad. You can also create a stable. So I'm going to go through, because I'm learning about this game as I'm going along. So I'll go through it with you. Okay. So welcome to Zed Run, the number one horse racing game on the blockchain. Here you will find some guides on how to guides and information to help you get onto the racetrack. So create your stable. So here we need to create a stable. Okay, there's two ways you can do it. One through your email, one through MetaMask. The quickest way to do it is to enter your email address. You know, and they send a unique link to your email, which is fine, which you can use to sign into your stable, which is good. From MetaMask, if you're a blockchain veteran familiar with MetaMask, which I will probably use MetaMask, you can sign in using that way. Okay, so you then Zed Run wallet, or you can also got a Zed Run wallet. Is your nearest companion, which allows you to enter any race, breed and purchase racehorses at lightning speed without burden of gas or transaction fees. The Zed Run wallet allows two key benefits. One is zero gas and the improvement on transaction speeds, which is great. So how this works. The Zed Run wallet acts as a gateway between your ETH balance and your wrapped ETH balance. Once there are funds in your wrapped ETH balance, you're free to breed, buy, and race. Okay, which is good. So that's the details in regards to the wallet. If you need to know more, then we can go into that. So here we go into your breeding. So breeding is a game element which is pivotal to the Zed Run ecosystem. Just like the real world, you can breed two racehorses together to produce new offspring. That's fine. So in Zed Run, you can participate in breeding your racehorse and produce new offspring, which some people will then obviously sell on. Similar to Zed Run's other game elements, breeding requires skill strategy to maximize your racehorse legacy, own your legacy as a championship stable owner, and potential racehorse and stable profits. So we've got the breeding F&Qs here, and you can obviously go through those and read them in more detail, and you can set your breeding price, as you can see. So we'll go into more breeding a bit later. So there's a lot of aspects to this game. You've got to take some time to go through and have a good read. Here we look at your breeding goal. So just like the real world, you can breed two horses together. Breeding a champion racehorse, creating more unique NFTs for collectability, create a super coat, earning a real return, create legacy and value. Zed Run has been designed to mimic elements of real world horsing. And as you can see from the intro video, it looks fantastic. If your goal is to breed champion racehorses, you want to analyze all the available information about the racehorse you choose to breed with. Look carefully at the DNA profile and performance history on the racetrack. Obviously, that's very important. Now we'll go into the unique NFT. So your NFT racehorse can create more NFT racehorses through breeding. Each time an offspring is born, a newly minted token is generated to represent your new offspring's DNA profile. You can extend your holding of unique utility-based NFTs by expanding your stable legacy. Okay, and you can earn a real return. So breeding is another way to generate a yield. If your racehorse is highly sought after due to rarity or proven track winning records, your racehorse will be in high demand. Keep in mind, the more valuable the bloodline, the higher the breeding price you can command when in the stud farm. Okay, so it goes into here is how to breed your horse. This gives you a step-by-step guide of how to breed your horse. So you log in to your stable. Here you can see you select your racehorse. So now you're logged into your stable. There are two things: place your male racehorse into the stud farm directly in your stable, and explore the stud farm for a racehorse that you would like your female racehorse to breed with. Okay, so this goes into how you breed, and it gives you the instructions on how to do so. Okay, so here we go into the racehorse ability. So in Zed Run, a racehorse's ability is made up of its bloodline, genotype, and breed type. A racehorse ability to generate two separate calculations: Genesis racehorse ability calculation and non-Genesis ability calculation. So the difference between the two is one has parents and one doesn't. Okay, so Genesis ability. The algorithm is designed in a way that allows for a racehorse ability to overlap with other bloodlines, genotypes, breed types, and cause dynamic and exciting races. Okay, for example, on average, a Z1 Nakamoto Genesis racehorse will perform better on the racetrack than a Z2 Nakamoto Genesis racehorse. However, based on the ability alone, this does not guarantee that the Z1 will outrun the Z2. Okay, so yeah, so you have to make sure you go into all of this to know what you're doing: the color pairing, the rarity, your breeding limits, your pricing. So they've got a quite a detailed, information and how the game itself works. And as you can see, so let's go to the racing. Let's go to the interesting part. So we'll go to the racing now. So all unraced horses begin as a Griffin classed racehorse. Each unraced horse will have a base rating linked to its genotype as shown below. So it's a Z1 to Z4, Z5 to Z9, and a Z10 plus. Okay, the reason for this: group racehorses with similar abilities and their inaugural Griffin race. The base rate will be applied to all racehorses in the ecosystem. Okay, it's important to understand that the Griffin class acts as the entry point or as a grading race to see how your racehorse performs. All unraced horses will be determined as Griffin class and can only complete. So once you first buy your horse, it will go into the Griffin class, and then we'll see, how well it does. Okay. So as you can see here, you've got the classes, class progression. So every racehorse will begin with a base rating here, and if finishing first, second, and third, so you get points. So you get allocated points for your position, and you move up in the class. So how to enter a race? It shows you here. You go to your race events page, and you click on the race that you want to go into. You nominate your horse. So here we can see, after deciding which racehorse you want to enter, you press nominate, and you buy in. So you buy into the race, which is, it all varies in price. And once you buy in, you pick a gate, you select your gate here, as we can see. You check your eligibility for the race. So you check your class. I'll go over that for you. And there's also free races as well. So Zed Run has introduced free racing for all newcomers to hit the track for free. With the first race, we set to deliver a risk-free experience. Okay, so which is good. So there's no buy-ins, which we quite like. And as you can see here, it goes into more about the free race prize pools. So if we go into the prize pool here, so to claim your stake of the pool, first, second, or third allocation is distributed. So if you get first, you get 60%. Second 25%, third place 15%, and that's not too bad at all. Because if we go back to let's go back here, so racing. So if we go back to the races, we look at the free race. So there's no entry fee. The distance is 1,000. So you've got your horse there. If you're in first place, you get, is it 60%? So from that, you're gonna get about $16 for first place. So you've entered this for free and you've won, and you've got $16. So therefore, you're starting to gain your investment back. Because obviously with this, the most important thing you want to do is to invest and get your return back, your return on your investment. And we can go through the races here. Let's have a look at another one that's quite a high buy-in. So this is a class V, $10 to get in, as we can see here, and the prize pool. So the prize pool is $111. So for first place, you're gonna get $65 back. So you can see if you've invested quite an amount of money into this, then hopefully you get a winning horse and you just keep getting your returns. Top here we look at $100 in, which again is still not too bad. But your prize pool is, if you win this race, you're at $600. You're at $600. That $600 can go straight to buying a new horse. So, and with this, I recommend, I'll leave the link in the description, is say here. So we go to marketplace. So you can't buy the drop is sold out. So we go to OpenSea and use their marketplace to buy your horses. And here you can just put in Zed Run, and you've got your filters here. So this is filtered to your different bloodlines. So Nakamoto bloodline, this is the entry horse, and they're currently going for 0.08 ETH, which is, it's not too bad. It was 0.7 a few days ago for the cheapest one. Now it's 0.8, so it's going up. And it'd be nice to get into one of these before the price becomes quite unrealistic to enter. But obviously with this, so basically we'll take a land ready. So let's have a look at land ready, which is 0.085 ETH. Yeah, you go on to know your horse here. So we put the name in land ready here, and as you can see, land ready has had one race, okay, and it came 11th. So this is where it's important not to just, so you see this horse here, land ready, it looks nice, we like the colouring, 0.085 ETH. So if we go, so 0.0885, so current prices today, you're looking at this is $199 for this horse. So it's not that cheap. It's still a good investment. But if you went in blind and you didn't do your research with this, so we've gone land ready here, we've gone to know your horse, you've put your £200 in, and you've not checked the statistics. This has had one race and it straight away finished 11th. I wouldn't buy that because it's probably going to be a crap horse, to be honest with you. So this is where it's best to do your research and make sure you do